This is another review brought to you by the American Traditional Citizens. Today we'll be talking about the Airweight Smith & Wesson 38 Special Plus P. For all you safety freaks, we're going to just check all these guns right now. This is the full-size 40 M&P, Model 19, that's empty, and the Compact 9. All are empty. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, why I have all these laid out here is because I just want to show you the size difference to give you a perspective with a few different firearms here. The Airweight is relatively small. It's thin. It's about 14 ounces empty. So, I don't know, between 15 to 20 ounces loaded. All depends on the load you have in there. If we have the Model 19, which is a much heavier revolver, you can see the size comparison. Okay, it's relatively smaller just by a bit. Width-wise, though, the J-frame is a little bit skinnier. This one holds 5 shots, this one holds 6. My overall impression of this gun, it's a great little carry gun. You can drop it in your pocket and it virtually disappears even without a holster, which I don't recommend. I would recommend a pocket holster for safety purposes. We took it to the range today, put a box of 38s through it and some self-defense rounds. It's a handful for as small as it is, and the grip how small it is. It's a handful. The other thing I'd like to mention is that the sights on this gun, it's not a target gun, it's not a range gun. We had the target at about 7 yards. Although it wasn't hard to get quick follow-up shots on target, overall, it's not meant for a range gun. You don't take it to plink at the range. It's just not. It's not that type of gun. And in comparison to a range gun and a carry gun, as far as I'm concerned, this is the M&P 9 Compact that we already safety checked. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, a revolver is so much smaller than a semi-auto," but is it really? This is the flush fitting mag in here, and it's the same length corner to corner here. The only thing you have on the semi-auto is just the slide back here. So I mean, overall length it's relatively the same. Now the only thing about the semi-auto is too blocky to fit just in your pocket. So you know, and then now just to give you a size comparison to a larger semi-auto, this is the M&P 40 full size, and as you can tell now, there is a significant size difference there. Just a little bit smaller, not by much, but it would definitely impact your carry abilities. So another thing to mention is the trigger pull is actually, it's almost the same as a double action on this very used Model 19. Obviously single action, this is easier, but it's not meant to be a accurate, you know, pick the hair off of a fly's butt type of gun. It's more of a empty it and get out of a bad situation. So are you really going to pay attention to how heavy the trigger pull is? Most likely not. You're just going to fire, and hopefully with those 5 shots that you have, it'll connect with your target. But even my girlfriend said the trigger, it's a little bit difficult for her. She's got small hands, so it's part of the safety as well. I mean, you know, putting that aside, I had my girlfriend shoot this gun, and she doesn't care for the kick. She would rather have a gun that she can take to the range and plink with as well as carry, and she said this just isn't it. She likes how lightweight it is as well. I mean, it's nice for lightweight purposes, but it's just, if you're going to carry it and drop it in your pocket and barely take it to the range, then it's ideal. It's a good gun. A lot of people like these J-frames, and I think I would carry one as the situation arises, such as, you know, depending on my dress for that day, or, you know, if I had maybe a backup, if I was carrying it as a backup, like on an ankle or a deep concealment, because it's so small. But other than that, I don't know if I would carry it as a primary. Like I said, it would just all depend. And this one has the little safety key thing here. You can, I don't know if you can see it, you can put a little safety key in and lock it out so that it actually won't, the trigger won't fire, or the mechanism won't fire. Like I said, overall, it's a good gun. I have pretty small hands, so I mean, you can see relatively small. It's lightweight, it's nice. The grouping was kind of decent group, but to sit there and say, you know, you have 5 shots and you better make them count, because it's just, you don't have that ability to miss. Other than that, it's the model 442-2, just the 442. Like I said, 38 plus P capability. And I mean, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post message me. Smith & Wesson 442 Airweight. Would just also like to add that the Smith & Wesson J-frame is probably one of the most reliable revolvers out on the market. People know that revolvers tend to be more reliable than semi-automatics, just in that they're more simple and they have less moving parts that could flaw or shells ejecting and jamming. That's just something to note as well. Most of you will probably already know that. And especially this model, it's been out a very substantial amount of time. It's proven itself. It's a wheel gun or revolver from Smith. Smith makes very reliable, good quality revolvers, as well as semi-autos now they have out on the market. So